Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. It is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Falcons and the Saints on Sunday night primetime.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Crescent City of New Orleans and the Caesars Superdome, the home of the Saints. This evening, the camper to this divisional round. It's the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. So glad you have joined us. It's a divisional round matchup here in the playoffs. Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olson, partner. Both these teams feeling the momentum, feeling good. They won last week on Wild Card Weekend. They're starting to look forward and dream Super Bowl. One of these teams gets to the conference championship game. What are you looking for in a game like this?
Yeah, and you're exactly right, Mike. Both these teams we saw just a week ago play really well in their wild card matchup. So now they find themselves one game away from the conference championship. And it really comes down to, at this stage of the game, Mike, it's not who's practicing the best. Those reps have been really cut down. Right now, it's about getting your legs back and understanding who are we as a team, who is our opponent as a team, and who is going to play the best. Well, in a couple minutes, this thing's going to be kicked off, and we're going to find out.
So the Saints ready to go to work on offense for the first time. Leading them out, the veteran quarterback, first-round pick back in 2017, Deshaun Watson.
You have to figure, Mike, this is a confident quarterback coming into this one. He played such a large role, not only helping them win the division, but then he followed it up last week with a big wild card victory. Now, 1 week away from a championship game in front of their home crowd, everything is falling into place. If they want to play next week, they're going to need another big game from their leader.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. The reception for Rashid Shaheed. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. From the shotgun, here's Watson. He's going to run it.
Yeah, that's a nice job. He's out of the pocket. He knows he doesn't need all that much for a first down. He's able to tuck it, get out of bounds, and keep this drive alive.
On the handoff, it's Kamara. It'll be a short pickup down to the 31. Rook Oromoro there on the tackle. Second down and 8. They're going to go right back to Kamara. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up. That's the gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for this with Kamara. Call it a gain of 13. First down, New Orleans.
Each week coming into the game, every team in the league, Mike, places a huge emphasis on success on their opening drive. But the key to that is sustaining possession, converting on 3rd down. It's exactly what they were able to do here, keeping the ball on the ground.
Come to the line now on 2nd and 2. It'll be a run out of the gun with Kamara. And he will have the first down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. Here's Kamara. Powering forward. He's in. Alvin Kamara. Touchdown, New Orleans. Blake Grupe comes on for the extra point. His kick is good. The Saints are out to a 7-0 lead here in this divisional playoff matchup. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Now return coming from the 7. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Falcons set to take over here on offense, and they are led by their veteran. It's Kirk Cousins.
Winning in the wild card round, certainly an accomplishment that this team should be proud of. But, Mike, if he wants to take his team to the championship round next week, he's going to have to lead by example and play a mistake-free game against a team known for capitalizing on their opponent's mistakes. Yes, you have to be aggressive. You have to be willing to take some risks. But those risks have to be calculated, because if you get reckless against this group, you're going to be flying home. You're going to be getting ready for the offseason.
Cousins now on second down. He finds Darnell Mooney for the catch. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. The Falcons send their punting unit out. Back deep for the Saints, it's Rashid Shaheed. This will be returnable from his own 15. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Saints offense going to take over now for the second time. They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pick up there by the back to pick up the first down.
On first down, Watson. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. A give up the middle with Kamara. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold them to 2 and bring up third down. Shotgun snap to Watson. Open man is Shaheed. That's complete. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. That is a big gainer for the Saints. 36 yards.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
They'll break the huddle. First and 10. They'll work the middle here with Kamara. It'll be a short pickup down to the 22. Here's a 2nd and 9. Here's Watson. Pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by doing such a understand it breaks your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Here's Blake Grupe for the Saints. A field goal try. This is going to be a 51-yard attempt. Grupe's kick is good. And the Saints will get 10.
And this is pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? Able to do that here, they tack on 3 and extend.
The start of down right at the 25-yard line. for their second. Just yet. Shotgun. It's Cousins. There's Kyle Pitts with the grab. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. 2nd and a yard. Play action now. It's Cousins. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
The Saints offense and veteran Alvin Kamara set to take over once more. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early. And we'll see if they can add to it. Beginning on this drive, 1st and 10. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Here's Watson. You look middle here, and there's Olave. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. That's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Kamara. And he'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
He's taken down just shy of the 10.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And this is not going to work out as planned. Tough spot to try to run a play like that. It is blown up behind the line. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Alvin Kamara that time. And now it's 4th down. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Saints can tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Ray McLeod on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They find themselves down 13-0 here. They try to get things started offensively. It's 1st and 10. Now, Cousins. He's got his man. It's Mooney.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
So after picking up some positive yardage on 1st down, they end up going backwards on 2nd. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and but most of the time is a very pass-happy situation, makes them very one-dimensional.
And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
The defense is willing to just give up that run every single time. I mean, they're going to leave guys as far back as they can to protect the sticks. And in this case, flow to the ball, make an open field tackle, get off the field.
Oh, but he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room.
That's the end of the first half with the score Saints 13.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. One of these two teams is going to move on to the conference championship. We'll get it back to you two in just a moment. We just watched a solid first half from the veteran running back, Alvin Kamara. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. These two teams ready for the second half, and so are both these teams running through their final adjustments. It's time for the second half. And for the call, let's get it back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. This returnable from the 4. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Falcons offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. He'll manage to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. The safety, Justin Simmons, with the stop. Now a second down throw for Cousins. He'll get that to Kadero Hodge. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Throwing is Cousins. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Cousins to throw. That's caught. It's Hodge. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. To throw is Cousins. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
The Saints offense and their running back set to go once more. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's a give to Kamara. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. To throw is Watson. Pass is caught by Olave. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
Second and 7.
At the 32-yard line.
Watson to throw. That's deep for the back of the end zone.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
From the gun here on third down, Watson. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on fourth down?
Well, they say football is a game of inches, and plays like this explain why. You pick up a little bit more, it's a fresh set of downs. Now on fourth and short, this coach has a decision.
And he is going to have the Saints first down. Quite a call there. They go for it on fourth and inches, and it's a gain of 5. Throwing is Watson. This one on target to Olave. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field, the run game and the pass game.
And he's in! Alvin Kamara, touchdown Saints. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his second touchdown of the game. They'll go again here with Kamara. And this time they stop him short of the goal line. Touchdown a moment ago. No two-point conversion to add on as they come up empty. McLeod now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Set to go now on first and 10. Here's Cousins. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. And here's Bijan. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Off the play fake, here's Cousins. That ball is caught on the sideline and both feet inbounds. A big third down pickup for a first down. Cousins gonna throw. That one is caught by Mooney. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. That's caught left side by Pitts. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the Saints' 37-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Drake London. Touchdown, Falcons.
Young Lenny Koo lining up for the play after.
Koo able to add the extra point. And the Falcons are able to edge a bit closer. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Saints offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as we look at the highlights, you see it's been tough to stop him here today. Couple of touchdowns in this ball game. He has, without a doubt, been the driving force in this offense so far. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. On the ground, it's Kamara. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Pistol give to Kamara. And he's got it. 1st down. A pickup of 4.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Got it into the hands of Olave. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
That's the 2nd time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards. 1st and 10 now from the 36. Now Kamara. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Here's 2nd and 6. A run here with Kamara. And he's going to bring this one close to a 1st down. Looks like they'll mark him just a yard short. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. He's got his man. It's Hill. Whistles here. We have another stoppage. Timeout called by the defense with 1:53 remaining. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Kamara. Now the Falcons will use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. They'll give this to Kamara, running right. Here's a chance to put this game away. First down and goal. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So this one, a win for the Saints. They will continue on in these playoffs. They're now one step away from a Super Bowl appearance. We'll have a tough one coming up next Sunday in the conference championship game. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Saints are winners, as we say so long from New Orleans.